This video is for my people who don't feel love. Love is very difficult. It's a very difficult topic. It's an up and down war. Sometimes we don't realize what love really is until we look to God, right? Because we look at love as an affection thing, right? We look at it as a I love you, you love me thing. We use it for compatibility. We use it as in you care about me, I care about you, right? Right, reciprocating love. We look at love as we almost look at it objectively more so than emotionally and spiritually. And I used to look at love that way too, until I really realized that God was the true definition of love. And oftentimes, I think the times we don't feel love is when we don't love ourselves and we don't love God. When we love other people and we start putting people above God, and those people don't show us the love that we want or that we feel like we deserve, then we question ourselves about if we deserve to be loved, if we even know what love is, or if love is even real, right? Before we get into this video, make sure you subscribe, like, comment down below what you want to see next. But let's get into it. So I want to talk about love and my experiences with love, right? So, you got this teenage boy, or you got this boy, this girl who like each other, right? And it's going so well, y'all. It's like y'all know each other like the back of your hand, right? You know each other deep down. It feels like you've known each other for years. Y'all are getting to know each other. Everything's clicking. Everything's going well. Y'all are even finishing each other's sentences. Like y'all have so many similarities, and then everything goes downhill. But at first, you had love and affection. Y'all both had that connection, right? Y'all both had that physical connection and maybe even that emotional connection. But as we know with love, especially in relationships, challenging times come. Difficult situations arise, and a lot of times a lot of bad things happen. Bickering, arguments, bad communication, right? Trust issues, overthinking, a lot of different stuff happens. And those things are normal in a relationship. But in relationships, obviously, you want to trust each other. But think about what God has done for you, right? He let his only begotten son die for you. Some of y'all sitting here thinking, I don't know what love is. I don't believe in love because of your experiences. Maybe you don't even feel God's love. But let me tell you something about God's love, right? He allowed his son to die on a cruel death on the hill of Golgotha. A cruel death that he didn't even need. God didn't have to allow that. But God loved us so much. He cares about us so much. To lowly souls like ourselves who every single day disobeys him, does things against God. We don't follow God. We do what we want to do. All right. We don't even follow the commandments. We don't follow the Bible. We don't do these things. We're out in the world committing wickedness, sinning consistently, bro. And it's crazy to even say that, because it's like you realize the power and how much God has done for you and who he stands for. It's crazy that we would even think to want to go against God. But here we are. I want to read you a verse, and I'm sure you've read this before if you're even a Bible scholar, but it's 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 through 8. But really, I'm going to read 4 through 7. It says, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith. It is always hopeful and endures through every circumstance. Love never gives up, right? Love never. What did it say in verse 7? It says never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. That means there's an expectation of it to have ups and downs. A relationship is going to have ups and downs. Your relationship with God is going to have ups and downs, right? God is the true definition of unconditional love. I've talked about this in probably plenty of other videos, but the love that he gives us every single day, the grace, the mercy, allowing us to wake up and see another day when others may have not been blessed to see it, right? Allowing us to breathe, allowing us to have family, allowing us to be able to eat, to breathe, to even breathe on our own, to be healthy, right? That's blessings on, but that's love right there, right? We didn't have to be healthy. We don't have to be alive. We don't. God could have just been done with us a long time ago. But he loves us that much. I know some of y'all, and I'm not the only one, but like, y'all ever question like if love is real? Because maybe something with your parents, maybe family, extended family, some traumatic event that you went through, maybe some relationship that you wish worked out that it never did. You know, maybe you see everybody else around you get into relationships. You play the comparison game. Everybody's playing the comparison game because they want what everybody else wants instead of wanting or instead of desiring what God wants for them. It's like, you know, that's a struggle. That's a human struggle because we compare each other's lives, and you need to stop comparing yourself to other people, right? Love is kind, but most important, love is patient, right? A lot of us don't want to be patient. If we were a lot more patient for maybe a partner, a job, or something, or even our building a business, if we were a lot more patient, I think God would be able to use you to actually bring glory to his kingdom with your gift or with that relationship or with whatever the case may be, right? We're not patient enough. We're not kind enough. Right. Some of us don't even deserve a relationship right now. God doesn't want to give us a relationship because we're not prepared. We're not necessarily prepared, but we're not even in good standing with him to even be able to handle a relationship. I think some of us think we're ready for relationships, like myself. But in the most case, we need to be focused on ourselves in a season where we don't want to be solo because nobody wants to be solo dolo. You need to be riding solo. There's a reason why you're single. So it ain't about your looks. Well, sometimes maybe it's your looks, but it's not always about your looks. It's not always about your situation, right? This is just your time to love yourself, to grow yourself, to edify God, to grow your relationship with God, because God has something better in store for you. All right. Love takes three. Love is patient. Be patient. Don't rush the process. God loved you. So if you don't believe in God, number one, then why would you not think about this? Because the earth isn't just the earth, right? The earth was created I believe, by a higher being. You think about it, the star, the moon, how everything is aligned, how everything works. It just makes sense. But even then, if you don't believe in love right now, I want you to realize where you are and how far you've come. Even if you're in a bad place, realize where you used to be. Now, look at where you are today. If that's not love, if you're breathing right now and you're watching this video, subscribe also. But if you're, if you're here right now, you're watching this video and you're breathing fine, that's love. I hope you learned something. I hope you take this video, apply it to your life. And as always, God bless.